I'm going to use these 3 frames that I found at thrift stores. And I dug these 3 swatches of fabric out of my stash, and I'm going to use those inside of my frames. All 3 of these pieces of fabric are a bit of a cotton blend, and I find that works the best with this technique. You want to press them with the iron and make sure they're nice and flat, and that makes it easier to work on. And this is what I found that works the best to transfer your graphics onto fabric. You want to get these mailing label sheets or these CD sheets, and I found these at the thrift store. You're going to peel off the sticker part of it because we want to use the paper underneath. We are going to print on the shiny side of this type of paper, and it will only work with a laser jet printer. This technique will not work with an inkjet printer. I found these label sheets at the dollar store. I've seen them in office supply stores, but most of the time I find them in the thrift store. I pick them up because people don't use these type of papers that much anymore, and you can get them a lot cheaper. So keep your eye out for them. And of course you want to print them on the shiny side. I've loaded this into my laser jet printer and printed it off on the shiny side, and this is what it looks like. I put these graphics into my Word program, and then I sized them to what I needed to fit into the frame. I have a Brother laser jet printer, which I love. I have printed off hundreds of graphics on it and never had any problems. I'll put a link down below in the description for the model that I have. And you want to make sure when you're cutting it down to size that you don't touch the graphics, because you will rub the ink off. Now we're ready to prep our fabric, and we're going to put a liberal amount over the whole piece of fabric right to the edges so it doesn't fray. You can also use your gloss Mod Podge if you want. You'll just have a glossy finish on your product, or you can also buy the fabric Mod Podge and it will hold up in the washing machine. Because I'm just making these into pictures to put into picture frames, I don't need to worry about having to put them in the washing machine. Okay, now after the first coat, we're going to let it completely dry. And now we're going to apply a second coat. And now we're going to let that completely dry also. So this now has 2 coats of completely dried Mod Podge on the fabric. And now we're just going to take a really light coat and just spread it all over on top of the fabric. Because what we're going to do is we're going to place the graphic on top of this wet Mod Podge. I tried to apply the graphics onto just the 2 coats of the dried Mod Podge. I didn't really get that great a result. It worked sometimes and sometimes it didn't. So I found when I put this light coat on top of it that was wet and put the graphic on it, it worked perfect. And now you want to place that label sheet face down right on that fabric and press it down. Make sure there's no wrinkles, no bubbles. Don't let it move around. If it moves around on you, you'll have the lettering smear. So just hold it really tight and work all the bubbles and wrinkles out of it. I'm now going to iron on that label sheet onto the fabric. And I've got a piece of parchment paper, and I'm just going to gently iron that down. Now it might sizzle a little bit because you've got the wet Mod Podge underneath, but it dries really quickly. And now comes the big reveal. You won't believe how well this transfers onto this fabric. And sometimes you might get a little bit of Mod Podge on the little corners. It'll come right off. Just find a corner and it should just peel right away. And you can see how crisp and clean all those letters are that have been transferred onto that fabric. Isn't that amazing? I am thinking of all the projects I can do using this technique. And now I'm just going to work away and do my other 2 swatches for my frames. And if you like these graphics that I've used, don't forget to head over to my Etsy store. You can pick them up, use the code SAVE50. You'll get 50% off all of my graphics. And these are, I think, around $1 a piece, and you get 4 different files. It's already reversed, ready to use. And I forgot to mention before, I have my iron set at 6, the highest setting, and make sure you don't use any steam. And I always like to test the little corner halfway through to see that it's adhering well. And if you see that it still needs a little bit of ironing, just go back over it until you know that it's all been ironed down. And there's nothing more satisfying as a crafter to see this turn out so nice and crisp. And because I put the Mod Podge right out to the edge of the fabric, it won't fray. So I'm just going to cut off the edges just to make it a little bit neater, and it's ready to put in the frame. So I'm going to put these together now, and I'll show you how fabulous they're going to look in these frames. And you can put them with the glass or without the glass. I actually think I like this one better, maybe without the glass. And I love these. They turned out perfect. And I also love the quotes, being a thrift store junkie. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you've ever tried this technique down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I love to read them. I'll be sharing so many more DIY, thrifting, repurposing videos, so if you aren't already following along, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and that will let you know when I upload my next video. See you real soon. Take care and have a great day.